What's up, guys? Will here from the Mighty Beards of Gaming. I am the Mightiest Beard, bringing you another Battlefield 3 commentary. And I get this plant right here, and then I come over here and I see that there's like a little fort action happening, and I couldn't resist, but then I get my ass shot off. So maybe I should have tried to resist the fort action, but I mean, being who I am, I couldn't really resist the fort. And this is, I think, my very first armored kill commentary, and generally this is the reason why, because most of the rush games we get into, there's a gunship action happening, and I get that guy right there. I get a lot of guys from up here. But the gunship was OP for so long, and I know it's been a really long time for since they patched it so that the gunship only spawned once per set of objectives. But it's still super duper OP, despite the fact that my team can't really get anything happening over there, and the fact that they gave up the plant that I had, despite that there was no one on the opposing team around it. It was kind of stupid. And I'm trying to be a little ambitious here, trying to shoot down this helicopter, but eventually you can see this rocket come into here, boom, and he goes down pretty handily. And you can see my team here completely fail-horsing this objective. The pilot here and I are just putting round after round after round after round onto the MCOM, and all these rounds can't hurt them. There's no friendly fire in this thing. So they should see all these things and be like, okay, no one's going to be able to get in there. I'm going to run in there and plant. And I got that guy who was trying to snipe from a distance. I don't know what his plan was. And I knew there was someone behind this tree, and yeah, I got him. It's explosive rounds. I got like 4 guys right here, too. Shouldn't clump up in areas like this where there's a gunship, because you're just going to get shot up. So that was my flare, by the way. And we're going to talk about flares here in a minute. But there you go. Someone finally planted. Okay, and then this flare, this rocket's incoming. You can see it coming across the screen there, and it hits us. There's something you all should know by now about the gunship, and that's that in the pilot seat you get a flare, and in the gunner seat you get a flare. So we essentially have 2 flares that we could deploy at the same exact time if we really wanted to, and I told him to flare right there. He flared immediately, which was idiotic. Didn't do us any good. But you get a pilot flare and a gunner flare, and if you stagger them, you can make 90% of the rockets that get shot at you fly off into the distance and become not a bother for you at all. So that this guy didn't know what he was doing was really frustrating, because I was really trying to flare as much as I could, and there's like 9 dudes with stingers trying to launch us, and then we finally get taken out by the helicopter, which did us in from a good distance away. But what are you gonna do? Alright, so here you get your first look really at my setup for the day. And here you go, sit right down. I'm playing with an M416 with an pka-s 3.14 mag scope on it, and I see this guy go down right here. Watch this right here. I get so scared. Good thing there's no friendly fire, because I didn't see him go down. Oh god! I totally just shot my buddy in the face from like point blank range. That would not have been a good situation if there was friendly fire on the server. And then I'm getting picked right here. Watch this. I don't really know what this support player was thinking, but I had no idea where he was, and he gets another couple shots off on me, and I know I'm fast forwarding through this, but I have no idea where he is, and then I finally see him, and I miss him, and I'm trying to be crazy ninja over here, like Ninja Gaiden, make it really difficult for this guy to survive, and I get over here, and he is more ninja than I am, because he ninja vanishes before I even got over there. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to run 500 meters and decide against that. And then this is what Battlefield 3 was built for. Ready? Watch this. Watch this skill. Boom. 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 Perfect 3-point turn right there. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but before Battlefield was Battlefield, it was actually a driving simulator where the army just drove Jeeps all over the place. Of course, that's not true, but that's, you know, what I'm going to use this for, because I like to drive, and I fast forward through a lot of the other driving, but I liked this move here. Yeah, nice. Did really good shock absorbers here. Okay, so watch this. This guy is not watching his back, so he gets creamed. And then there's another guy, you see him run around a corner right there, and I'm like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. And either he threw down a mine, or there was a mine there from before that was very poorly placed, because that mine literally would do no good unless you knew someone was gonna be there right behind you. So I'm gonna take another Jeep. I don't know why I didn't get in that other guy's Jeep. And I don't do the 3-point turn this time, guys, so I'm really apologize that I wasn't showing off my skills, but I do take out that fence in a pretty ridiculous fashion. And then I do some crater surfing this time, which is really fun. I don't know if you guys ever done crater surfing, but you should give it a shot. It makes driving a lot more fun than just zooming across a big field. And this is another reason why I'm not really into the armored kill. There we go, hit that crater bowl right there. This is another reason I'm not as into the armored kill maps. I mean, I love the big map like style of gameplay sometimes, but it's just so far away. And if I hadn't gotten a Jeep back there, and then watch this, and be distracted by my Jeep that doesn't have anyone in it, yeah, waste your rocket, and skadoosh, yeah, you did not see me at all. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, these big armor kill maps, if I had not gotten a Jeep from the previous set of objectives, I would have taken so long to get over here. And yeah, pay attention, buddy. I would have taken forever to get over here, and it's really annoying when that happens, and it happens quite a bit, especially in Conquest. And you can also sit down. So like I was saying about the M416, I saw this guy was going to come, and oh, you can't get me, bro. I just juked you. So the M416 with the pka-s 3.4x magnification scope on it. I saw a video where X Factor actually he picked up a weapon off of a dead body, and it was an M416 with an ACOG, and I thought the ACOG was a little overkill, but he was crushing kids with it, and I got a hit marker on this guy, but I don't take him down. That would have been awesome if I did. But after I saw that video, I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I guess that makes a lot of sense. Like, the M416 is super duper controlled, but I totally ganked that kill from the dude that was underneath me in this building shooting at him. He's dead now, but I felt really bad because I stole his kill and then he died. And I watched the staircase here because I really thought that someone was going to try to come up and get me. But alas, no dice. I must have scared him off with my awesome M416 skills. But yeah, I watched that video, and the M416 is controllable enough to really keep a smaller zoom scope on target. You could definitely get away with doing like a hollow scope, which is really like a 1.5x zoom, not quite 2x zoom. But you can go even farther than that and make yourself a little bit more lethal from longer ranges, which I tried to do this time, and I didn't get a lot of like really long range stuff, but like this is a little bit longer range than would have been that easy with my standard Cobra sight that I would have put on this gun. And this guy gets really unlucky. Check the direction the baddies are coming from first, brah. He just kind of runs up from nowhere, and then I kind of am like, well, this is a backyard, and this is still a backyard, and this is still a backyard. There's really no way to go, and it took me like a minute and a half to figure that out, so I have to run all the way back around, and it's not fun. It's a really enjoyable map for, oh yeah, watch this, I messed this one up too there. And instead of going through the door that's directly 3 feet in front of me, I make this really difficult climb over the Humvee. Yeah, that was a smart move, but no one was pushing, so I wanted to get there as fast as possible, and at that moment I thought that was the fastest way. So I do wind up getting the plant, which is great, and my teammates actually man up and plant the second objective that you just saw right there, and then we take this base. This was not a very difficult round for us, which is surprising after that first base where everyone seemed kind of incompetent, and I pick that guy in the face, and then I get this guy, which kind of walks into a storm of bullets, and then watch this sweet move. I do the diving medic move. Yeah, bam! And of course I missed him the first time. Would have been way more impressive if I actually got that first revive attempt off. And then watch this again. Like for some reason, Armored Shield really confuses me with the layout. And I fast forward through here because I didn't think I'd want you to watch me go back and run into walls for 5 minutes. I get another revive right there, and then I fast forward through this one, through this long ass drive. But I'm gonna stop it here pretty quick. I gotta hate that. I wish you could just drive through little short things like that. But okay, here we go. So back to normal speed, and this is one of my big problems with client-side hit detection. Boop. That guy should have gotten run over really hard right there, and this is just bad shooting on my part. But I definitely should have run that first guy over. And the client-side hit detection just showed me where he was, but on his end, he was maybe like 2 feet forward. He was like maybe like 2 steps ahead of me. So on his side, he didn't get run over, but on my side, he did. But because, and maybe take your bullet weapon out instead of your rockets, you know. So that was a good example of why I'm not a fan of client-side hit detection. Like, sometimes it works in your favor, and the guys get super mad. You're, like, trying to shoot them before they get behind cover, and on their side, they would definitely be in cover, but their, like, ankle is still sticking out, and you clip it, and they're like, oh my god, I was really behind that cover. You must be hacks. But really, it's just the client-side hit detection. It's so frustrating when it happens to you. It's great when it doesn't happen to you, like when you benefit from it, but when it happens to you, you hate most things pretty hard for quite some time. So that should probably be fixed in Battlefield 4, which hopefully we'll start seeing more about here pretty soon. I know that they were teasing it at the Sony conference, but it just didn't pan out the way that I think they wanted it to there. Oh, and I got picked there. Come back here and hide in a bush like a bush Wookiee from Bad Company 2. Zoom around, and this guy tries to come after me and didn't have any idea where I was, so he was a pretty easy kill. And then this final kill right here makes people so mad. Everyone thinks it's hacks. Never discount your distance, or never think you're too far away to get a kill, because that tap fire will crush most things with a lot of weapons. Like, you're not going to make the tap fire work with the AEK, or like an M5K, or like a PP19, or anything kind of silly like that, but you can get away with crazy tap fire kills with the M416 and things like the G3A3 and the AK-74M, and of course always like any like SKS sniper rifle, because you have to tap fire that. But that's the end of that video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the space below, and let me know if you liked this, or if you have a weapon loadout you'd like me to use. Hit me up on Facebook and Twitter and all of that good stuff that I'm supposed to stay. And until next time, guys, goodbye.